Terri Phelps, and I live in Minnesota, and I've been a demonstrator for 5 years. Today I'm going to show you the Dove of Hope bundle, which is absolutely gorgeous and was so fun to work with. Hi, so today I'm going to share with you the Dove of Hope bundle. This is the stamp set and this is the die. I love the stamp set. I love the font that was used, and the artwork is very pretty. The dies have coordinating stamps, and then this is a standalone die of the dove, so that's really fun to be able to create with as well. This is the page that you can find this stamp set and die set at, and it's on page 13 of the mini catalog. And here are the actual dies cut out and the stamps. So it's really pretty bundle. Really enjoyed working with this. So what I'm going to do is share a fun fold card with you. This is the template that we're going to use. And so this is the tent fold stepper card. And what this is a 12 by 12 piece of paper. It was actually trimmed at 11 3/4. And you're going to have this little strip left over, and you're going to want to keep that because we're going to use that in our making of our card. Then you're going to score, and this is 4 1/4, which is your typical card base. You're going to score at 1 1/2, 2 1/2, 4, and 8. And then on the front, and then each fold, these are all valley folds, which is meaning you're going to go cause a valley when you fold, and this is a mountain fold, which is going to create a mountain look. When you I have one started here, and so this is what it's going to look like. So what I did is I took my designer series paper that I wanted, and I used for this card the 'Tis the Season 6x6 designer series paper, and I took and I measured all my designer series papers to be 1/4 inch is my measurement less than the actual card's base. So I took and I layered. I actually adhered my designer series paper to this base, and I used a 3-inch die. This is the stitch shaped dies, and that gave me my window. Okay, so I just wanted to also show you how I adhered the ornament. So I just took my gold cord and I just looped it around the ornament. And this is where I used that scrap of paper, and I used this to adhere it to the base so that it's still movable, but it's not going to fall away from the cardstock. And then I just simply taped my cord down. So then all I'm going to do is I'm going to adhere my designer series paper to the back panel. So this card, when I was making it, I thought this is a super fun card. It has a wow factor, but it is easy to do. And so you can do this in like an assembly style card making venture, which is always very nice when you're creating a lot of cards. You could decorate these panels as well, but I chose not to. And so then I'm going to take and I'm going to create my front panel. And I just merely took cardstock. This is real red, and then I used a layer of the designer series paper. I brought in a little bit of color, and then I punched my piece on earth, and then I took and used sponge, and I just sponged some color in the background. And then I used these are wonderful gems. So they're kind of cool. They have a little gold fleck inside them, and so that makes them a little bit different than the, like say the red rhinestones. It's got a little different look. All right, so I'm just going to take and adhere this So this is how the card's going to stand. And I'll show you this. I just wanted you to see how it is when it's put together. Isn't that a fun card? Super fun, super easy. It's got a wow factor. Who wouldn't want to get this in the mail, right? Super fun and easy. I had made 2 cards, and so this is what I created with the leftover cardstock. This is 3.5 inches, which is what is left on a 12 by 12. And so this one I created a little differently. I just took the die cut and the back, put that on the back. I just relined it up and adhered it to the cardstock, and it gave it that fun background. And then this is the little ornament. And then these little gemstones are actually this color of the wonderful gems. Now, to make the brads, or the little berries, I wanted to follow the same look as the designer series paper. So I created that with this envelope, and this envelope is actually from our gold cards and envelopes, and so I used that to create the gold berries. And this template will be in our albums, so you'll have that to work with. Some other projects that I made with this really fun set is this little ornament. And so this was kind of boring looking to me, so I wanted to add some texture to this. And so I again used the gold hoops, and these are in the annual catalog. They're gold hoop embellishments. And so what I did was I took, and we have shimmer paint, and I took and used saran wrap, and I crumpled it up and I dipped it with the shimmer paint, and I applied it to the doves, and that just totally changed the look. I really love the texture and the shine. So this will be really pretty in a tree. So that's one project. Another project that I made was this little ornament. Super easy, fast. Another project I use, this is our tiny boxes. Can't remember exactly what they're called. But what I was going to do was I was actually going to try to cut out this pattern on the box when I created it. But what ended up happening is the die actually worked as an embossing folder. And so it embossed this image. And so I took our blends and I colored in the branches, and I colored the background. And then I just created this top. Now I wanted to be able to have this be easily accessible, to be opened, so everything is just on the top like that with the ribbon. So super fun. You could actually hang this in a tree if you wanted to, but I used it as a tea light. Super fun, right? This is another project I used. This is our rectangular tins. Again, this was created so that they could open this without ruining the packaging. This would just slide right off, and you can untie the bow, and then they can use this box again. So that would be really fun for like a gift card or something like that, cash present. This card was created, and what I did was I used just regular foil, and I used the let's see, the Snowflake Splendor, I'm sorry, the Winter Snow embossing folder, and I just ran a sheet of foil through the machine, and then I just colored it with our blends, and it made a beautiful, beautiful background. And so I did the same with the inside, and so it finished it and tied it all together. It's very fun. If you wanted to think about another way to use household items, this is using parchment paper through the same embossing folder. I love the look. It's antique, it's soft, very pretty. And then I also added some shimmer paint just to see what that would be like as well. So you can always find things around the house to use, which is super fun. Another thing about the Dove set, this is such a versatile set. As we know, we use doves in weddings all the time, and I realized that this was actually a tradition that people gave doves for peace in the home, and that's something that they wish the newlyweds. So I made a couple wedding cards. This paper is the Peony Garden Designer Series paper. And then I also created one in gray, which is a very elegant looking, I think. And so this is also the Peony's Garden Designer Series paper. And it has a little different look. So I also created a box if you have a wedding and for the gift, and this is the mini paper pumpkin boxes, and you can find those in the annual catalog on page 152. What I did is I used the poinsettia specialty, the plush poinsettia specialty paper, and if you can tell, this is velvet and it's just scrumptious. And I wanted to use this because it looks elegant and as it should be for a wedding. And so I took the paper pumpkin box and I sponged the gray. I wanted it to pop a little bit more, the velvet paper. So I did that, and I cut out the template from the flat paper pumpkin box. This ribbon is beautiful. It's metallic mesh ribbon, and this is from one of our other suites in the actual Halloween section. But I also made this so that this could be taken apart without ruining the box, so that they can use this box again. All right. And then, so this is such a versatile set, you know, it's for weddings, it's for Christmas. And I made some scrapbook pages as well. So this was created with the Memories and More pack. I love, and it's the Wonder of the Seasons, Memory More. And it makes scrapbooking so easy. Everything's coordinated, and there's so much different ways to use this. I wanted to use a gold shimmery, and these envelopes that we have, they are part of the gold cards and envelopes. I just love the shimmer it has, and I think it's just so rich looking, and so I wanted to use that for my dove. So I did use some envelopes, and I used again our gold hoops. I used part of the envelopes for here. I used it as the background, and I used the berries that are on the dies as little brads. I thought that was really a cool way to use that. I just thought that was really super fun. And then, you know, the fun ribbons. And it's so easy. I mean, I think these are lovely pages. And it just all came together so easily. This is the leftovers from doing this background. So super fun. So I hope you enjoyed my projects. I hope it inspires you. And this is such a fun bundle. And I hope hope that you enjoy the rest of the presentations. All these projects will be in our photo album and as well as the template to make this fun card. So I hope you enjoy the rest of the event, and thank you for letting me share. Thank you.